However, there is a right way to get exactly what you want, and not just from the bad guys. Today, we are getting tips from the pros on how to negotiate your way through almost anything. Joining us now, former FBI hostage negotiator, Christopher Voss. Christopher, great to see you this morning. Before we get into how you used your training to help in your daily life, tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I was a FBI agent for 24 years and a hostage negotiator for most of that period of time. And while I was running our international kidnapping response, I just wanted to get better. And so I went outside law enforcement, started working with Harvard Law School and some other people, and realized I could start applying this stuff to business and every aspect of my life.
To get exactly what you want. So give us some examples. Number one, do your homework, you say.
Right, yeah, but you don't want to go overboard with that. You want to learn a little bit about it. And for example, if you're dealing with your cable company, they've probably done the homework for you. So what you do is you find out what they're offering new customers, because they've done a lot of market data and they have that. So you have to do some, but you don't want to get crazy and spend so much time doing homework that you never negotiate.
And you shouldn't get worked up, like some of us lose our tempers when we're talking to the cable company or to our phone company because they've jacked up our bill. Stay calm, you say?
Right. And right. There's two problems with that. First of all, they're used to that. So if you get angry with them, that's all they ever deal with. And you're not approaching them in a new way, and you're probably not going to get what you want. The other problem with dropping out of a positive frame of mind and getting angry is you just don't pick up on the clues as much, and you probably miss good opportunities. So positive frame of mind actually keeps you smarter.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people these days don't want to say, I'm sorry. No one wants to take responsibility. Should we say, I'm sorry?
Great, and I hear that all the time, especially in regards to women, that they shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry is an enormously powerful thing to use. It's just more of a matter of when you use it. And oftentimes, if you say I'm sorry at the very beginning of a conversation, it really gets the other side's attention, because they wonder what in the world you're apologizing for, and they actually listen very closely when you start out that way. So it can be a great way to start a conversation, especially with a customer service person.
I have a friend that says you can say anything. It's all in how you say it. So if you're about to say something harsh, should you start off by saying, what I'm about to tell you doesn't sound good, it's harsh, but is that a good tactic?
Well, yeah, that's pretty close. I mean, I'd cut it down a little bit, and I wouldn't say but, because, after you give them a little bit of the setup, you just hesitate for a second.
So clearly I'm terrible at this.
I'm sorry, but...
Sorry to interrupt you.
You say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need to learn from you.
Ahead.
What do we do? Sorry.
That's all right. You just say, hey, look, this is going to sound harsh, and then you hesitate a moment, give them a chance to collect themselves, and then say it. But's usually a bad word to use, and it kills whatever you've said beforehand. So just avoiding that word is helpful.
Okay, what about appreciation and comparison?
People love to be appreciated, and it's actually genuine appreciation, which is different from flattery. So when you tell them things that are positive, that are true, and then after that, if you simply just say, all right, here's what's also true, and it's not so positive, and then just ask them, how do we compare these two things? Some people call confrontation a bad thing, but if you look at confrontation as just a focused comparison, and then put it out in front of people without actually impaling them with it, but making them look at it, it's actually very effective.
How often does all this work for you, Chris?
Well, it works a lot. It works, I would say it works enough to have it dominate most of the communication in my life. It works so much more that it's unsuccessful that it's worth using almost all the time.
Well, it's great advice. Thank you for being here this morning with us. Chris Voss, we appreciate it.